We are honored tonight to have the National Commander, Craig Fraser, and his aide, Liana. And we have, oh, Al Schwaller didn't make it, I see it. And actually, did somebody come for Al?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, there you go. And then we've got Judy, coming in for Al, Judy Larkin, and Larry DeLargy. And we have Tom and Martha Fisher from Mount Clemens. And we can't forget our good friends in Detroit with Delphine. Also like to recognize the past commanders, and we got a lot of them here. There's Pat Jarman. Anthony Lewandowski. Betty Torres. Dave Kowalski. He was Tom Gagey, who holds the squadron together. Doug Mitchell. That didn't make it up there. Yeah, I know this next one's here, Don Fiander. I saw him around. There you are. And Larry DeLargy. And I see Bob Blau right here in the front. And Althea Doolittle over there. And then I got a note here, Commodore Jeff Forster. Sorry, I'm not good at 30 minutes. There you are, okay. And the Great Lake Shot Club, of course. Yeah. Thank you. At this time, we want to take a moment in recognition of members who have departed us. Rear Commander Nancy Adams. Yeah, Betsy, can you have a little prayer for her?
Dear Lord, as we remember our departed member, may you grant her fair winds and following seas on her eternal journey. May her sails be filled with the breath of peace and her course charted toward the calmest of harbors. Let the sun warm her face and the stars light her way.
And then I have asked that the review of the minutes and officers' reports be deferred to the next membership meeting. Are there other officers with matters to report tonight? Hearing none, we'll move on to the Audit Committee and their report.
Commander, Chief Commander, pleased to have you here. The audit firm, the Power Squadron audit firm of Samu and Lewandowski examined the books for the Birmingham Power Squadron for the year ended October 31st, 2023, and we found the books to be in good order. You've got a solid treasurer who keeps very good records, and he does it all digitally, so I appreciate not having to go through a lot of paper. So Paul, thank you. You did a great job, and thank you for your cooperation in making this all happen. But And my report has been filed with the secretary and with the treasurer also.
Thank you very much. Now, for the 2023 awards and recognitions, and we recognize that the squadron that we did 68 vessel safety inspections in 2023. That's a respectable number, but I'm sure we could do better. See if you can get it into triple digits next year, okay, Julie? And then I'm going to recognize the members that received merit marks this year. Bob Blau, Tom Gagey, Paul Luke, who did a great job of keeping the books, Judy DeLargy, myself, Michael McCracken, Larry DeLargy, Pat Jarman, Denise Samu, Althea Doolittle, John Munger, Margaret Schwaller, Donald Fiander, Dave Kowalski, Thomas Smith, Julian Fiander, Betsy Luke, and Betty Torres. There being no further business to be brought before the squadron, I declare the work of this watch complete. And at this time, would like to recognize my personal guests, a good sailing buddy and friend, Jim Hebert, and his wife, Chris. And just make some brief comments here. When I took this post a year ago, I brought in signal flags. And most of the people in the room back then couldn't read any of them. I've tried to encourage you over the years. The last year I encouraged you to get out your Chapmans and look them up. And in the Bilge Chatter, I gave regular, commanders challenges with messages each month. So I know at least some of you have been getting exposed to them, and I hope it's doing a little bit better. And I don't know, Craig, if you noticed what we have back.
So I cheated. Because I can't read these. I really don't know. But I understand that says ahoy commander or
Craig.
Ahoy Craig, right?
Yes, welcoming you to
you.
our watch.
Yeah. I was told that by somebody at my table, so I cheated.
Well, at least somebody at your table was able to figure it out. And these are more difficult than the previous year because with the more messages, I ended up using some of the substitute flags. So you have to be a little bit more involved to do that. But I want to thank the executive committee for supporting me throughout this year. And for the squadron, it's been an honor and a delight to work with you all. Just a great group of people. So, thank you very much. And so, and next I would turn the microphone over here to Craig for his address.
Thank you, Commander. Good evening. District 9 Bridge members, Birmingham Power Squadron members, and honored guests. Leanne and I are truly honored to be here. I was asked to say a few words, so I just want to touch on a few things of what we're doing at the national level to help out and simplify things at the squadron level and the district level. The first thing I do want to say, though, is the reading of the merit marks. I want you to understand something. If you notice, Margaret Schwaller received a merit mark, but Al did not on this list. Al's your district commander. The reason why is because so you all know the system and the way the system works, is all the squadrons need to have submitted merit marks within a district before the district commander gets a merit mark. Okay? So that's why his name isn't on this list. He will receive one, but that's why I personally haven't received my merit mark for 2023, and where I receive my merit mark is at the annual meeting in February. And it's voted on by all of you. So that's how I get my merit mark. The approval of everybody else's merit mark comes through me, and then I do the approval. So I thought I'd let you know that, so you didn't think that Al wasn't going to get a merit mark. There's a lot of things that we do at the national level to simplify and make things easier for our squadrons to function, and we're doing so many different things recently to make that happen. We'll start with, and this is our benchmark of our organization, which is our education, and what's happening within the education department. So there's a few new, already completed courses that are in place. Weather for Boaters, which is a seminar. A new Paddle Smart seminar, if you haven't seen these two. A how to use a GPS chart plotter, which was our last GPS course or seminar was very outdated, so we needed to get that updated, and that actually did occur. All about VHF Marine Radio. Those are all courses and seminars that are all out there now. What's being worked on? Offshore navigation, which is the replacement for junior navigation. It's actually in beta test and is being tested in Canada by the Canadian Power Squadron. And we have 4 squadrons in Florida that have volunteered also to beta test it. Cruising under power and sail is being completed now and should be available in January of 2024. Boating rivers, lakes, and locks is being updated, completed in January 2024. Introduction to navigation, which is on track to be completed in January of 2024. There's a thunderstorms webinar that was just completed. And marine navigation, which is the replacement for piloting. We have that out. That's already out and been through beta test, and we're soliciting printing for the course material currently. Under review right now for new courses and seminars, diesel engine seminar is in a final draft. Partner in Command is reviewing for expansion. Trailering your boat, a revised ABC channel video is currently being edited. And celestial navigation, which is the navigation course, the replacement for the navigation course, beta test is planned in April of 2024. So your education department is really very, very active, doing a lot of things to make things easier and simpler and provide product for the squadrons and districts. We do have a new membership management system that we're working on called IMIS. It's a cloud-based membership management system which members will be able to log into the IMIS site and manage their member records, pay dues, set up automatic pay, which was the original reason why we wanted to do the membership management, was to create automatic dues pay. Purchase, ship, store merchandise, and more. So there's a lot of things that are going to be available when IMIS goes into effect. There's different phases. The first phase should be completed by mid-January. There's a new social media strategy out. There's a team that created a social media strategy and policy, as well as a handbook to guide social media implementation at the national and local levels. So this is something that you can actually go to on our national website and find that social media strategy and policy that can help you out in your social media activity. New communication policy. that we've put together as well, and that is out. We're working on a cooperative advertising program. We've been able to put some money together at the national level to create some financial cooperative advertising. So what we're looking for is to support a 50-50 support of financial advertising, with us providing $300 to any squadrons that are looking for that to happen, and that should be out in January as well. We have changed our view of our national organization. A lot of people aren't involved at the national level or don't get see what happens at the national level. So what we've done is we're now live streaming our national meetings. So we've live streamed the annual meeting last year in February, the most recent governing board, which was in Kansas City in September. We'll be live streaming the upcoming annual meeting in Orlando. So if you are interested in seeing what happens at the national level and what we're doing to make our squadrons more effective and work easier, please join the live stream and see what's actually happening. There'll be reports of each of the departments at the live stream as well. Any voting that goes on, we have now electronic voting. So all votes, and the reason why we did this was so we made it available so all members have a voice within what happens at the national level. Previously, the votes were all done at the annual meeting or the governing board, and the only people that could vote were the ones that were at those meetings. Now, with electronic voting, anybody can vote. And let me give you an idea of what that means to us as an organization. There's roughly 900 to 950 individuals that are voting members of the governing board. 300 of them are squadron commanders. And each squadron that has up to 100 members has one delegate that's available for voting as well. So there's at least 300 delegates that are available from the squadron level as well. That's 600 of the 950 roughly individuals that are voting members of the governing board. We want this organization to be run by our squadrons and the individuals at the squadron level. That's where the heart of our organization is. So we want those individuals to be the people that make the decision on what happens with our organization, and that decision is done through the voting process. So please, if you're a squadron commander or if you've been chosen to be a delegate from your squadron to vote at our national meeting, join the live stream and be there to vote on anything that actually comes up forward as far as votes. You can, if you're interested, you can go back to the last two meetings, the Kansas City Governing Board and also the annual meeting, and actually review the videos. So there are videos that are available on YouTube, and those links are available on our national website. We started working on a marketing and membership plan. We're in final stages of that. That plan is designed to help us in marketing our organization through the national level on who we are and what we do, through all the partners and all the other associations of boating associations across the United States. That's that level, but this plan will also filter down to squadrons and districts and help them in marketing as well, and also help them in growing membership. And what we're going to be doing is hiring an outside agency to actually do that work for us. We've got a plan put together. We're in the process of putting requirement goals to the individual organization that we decide to hire to do that. We're hoping that'll be actually in place just right around the annual meeting, and we'll be working with them around the annual meeting. So that's that. I do want to say, and I wrote this down, I want to read it verbatim, it's very important to me. The efforts of this organization, United States Power Squadrons America's Boating Club, continues with all national committees working with the board of directors to streamline and strengthen our organization. Through all of this, we must continue to move forward. My thanks to the entire membership, all of you, for all you do to make our organization great. So thank you very much. Our mission continues even past the time since I'll be going out in February as a chief commander. Our mission continues and will continue, and we'll be around for many, many years to come. So thank you very much for everything everybody does here. Thanks. All right, my next step is to call up the commander-elect to the front of the podium. Well, that's you, Julian. Are you all set to take over this great organization, this great squadron? Let me read what it says here. You have been selected by your peers to take command of Birmingham Power Squadron. This selection indicates confidence in your ability and integrity, but it also carries with it certain obligations. I ask that you make the following pledge. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I'll let you talk into it. I do solemnly promise.
I do solemnly promise
That I will serve Birmingham Power Squadron
that I will serve Birmingham Power Squadron
faithfully as commander,
faithfully as commander,
by always keeping in mind
by always keeping in mind
the best interests of the organization. All right, my next step is to call up the commander-elect to the front of the podium. Well, that's you, Julian. Are you all set to take over this great organization, this great squadron? Let me read what it says here. You have been selected by your peers to take command of Birmingham Power Squadron. This selection indicates confidence in your ability and integrity, but it also carries with it certain obligations. I ask that you make the following pledge. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I'll let you talk into it. I do solemnly promise.
I do solemnly promise
That I will serve Birmingham Power Squadron
that I will serve Birmingham Power Squadron
faithfully as commander,
faithfully as commander,
striving to uphold the standards of the squadron
striving to uphold the standards of the squadron
and improving them as I see the need and opportunity.
and improving them as I see the need and opportunity.
That I will accept the responsibility
That I will accept the responsibility
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
of seeing that my officers and committee members
of seeing that my officers and committee members
carry out their designated assignments,
carry out their designated assignments,
and that I will bear in mind
and that I will bear in mind
that it is my responsibility
that it is my responsibility
to give careful consideration to the desires of the members,
to give careful consideration to the desires of the members,
provided they are not contrary
provided they are not contrary
to the best interests of our organization
to the best interests of our organization,
and are not in conflict with the bylaws of this squadron
and are not in conflict with the bylaws of this squadron
or of the United States Power Squadrons.
or of United States Power Squadrons.
Congratulations, your new commander. toast to friends, old and new, to the future and great future of our organization, and a fantastic 2024.
To the commander.